Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be doing our Guild Wars live on stream here. It's a Blighted lands restriction. And then maybe the class event, we'll see. It's going to be a shorter stream. It's an impromptu Thursday stream. I usually do Dark Souls today, just a little pet project. But today, probably just do this. Guild Wars, you know, special occasion kind of. Starts on Thursday. Got to set your defend on Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully you set your defend, because if you didn't, you can't do it now. So make sure you do that on Tuesday or Wednesday. I actually did it this time for once. I think I'm defending the palace still. How's it going, Sana? I think I'm defending the palace. I checked on it like I said I would. So on Tuesday we streamed, and I set my defend, and there was nobody defending anything, so I defended the palace, right? So last night I made sure to get on and check and make sure like everything was defended, which it was, so I just stayed in the palace. If something was like undefended, I would have left the palace because there was already like, it was full. There's 3 people there. So that's going to be my strategy with defense, is just make sure like everything is defended. I don't really care which one I'm doing for real. I just want to make sure everything's defended so they don't have a free ride through any spot. But yeah, I was doing the palace. I was the first one to set my defend, and then Wednesday night there was somebody in every spot, so I just stayed there. My defend team was I did blue. It's blue. Our palace is blue, and I did some sort of the Gray King team. It was like Ruby Weapon, Gray King, Double Empowered Converter, Mirage Queen, or something like that. Offense, though, we'll get into that in a sec. Let me run an auto battle while I set up the stream real quick, and then we'll get going. Stream's probably only going to be about an hour. You know, you guys can always decide that, but in my head right now, it's going to be a shorter one, because it's a extra one. Trials. I think we keep winning this on auto battle. But yeah, let me put my thumbnail up and set the stream up. Then I'll say hi to the chat, and then we'll get going. Alright, let's copy this. Copy. Paste. Put the thumbnail up. Boop. Open. Okay, Gems of War, live stream. Gems of War, done. No, I'm not AI. I should probably put a couple more tags. Gems of War, Guild Wars. Gems of War, Blighted Lands. Gems of War, class event. I think I'm going to do the class event. If I have time, I'll do the class event. Gems of War, Guild. Somebody, new Guild Wars, I guess. Gems of War, Guild Wars 2025. Defense, even though we can't do that now. It's too late. That's probably good. Alright, got my tags, got my thumbnail. Alright, let's jump over to the chat, say what's up to everybody. Refresh that. Refresh this. Click on that. Click on that. Hit the like. Hit the like button. Don't jump the turnstile. Turn in your ticket to the train. Don't be a hobo jumping on the train with the stick on your shoulder. We got Rain, we got Sana. How's it going? Rain was first, Sana was second. You just lost to a Queen Bee team in the palace? Oh no. Yeah, go ahead and share if you don't mind. I do appreciate it. I'm ready to go pretty much. Just setting her up. Click on that. Usually I don't stream on Thursdays because it's kind of a dead day for streaming Gems of War, but since there's Guild Wars, I thought maybe there would be some interest, especially the first day, because you could still switch your team if you don't like your team and you like mine, or maybe I'll switch my team. I don't know. I don't have every single troop. I don't have Immortal Pharnax. That's a pay troop. You can get it for free, but it's just tough because you have to do epic burning chests and get lucky, which I haven't got lucky yet with that. I tried a couple of times. I had enough burning marks to open like 2 burning chests while Immortal Pharnax was in there. Remember, it like has to be in there as one of the 3 Immortals. And it was in there, and I tried, but I didn't get it. So I don't have it yet. And I don't have the Sentinel, and I don't have Astaroth. So I had to make like a makeshift team out of what I had left there. Which you'll see in a sec. Alright, turning down the ads here. Almost ready. Let's copy this. Throw it up here. Doot. Boop. Paste. Save. Alright, back and done. Okay. That. Hit the like. Boop. Alright, let's go. I'm ready. How long did that take? 5 minutes. Sounds about right. Alright, so we are in this auto battle, and it looks like we're gonna win. So that's good. I think you could do auto battle on this epic trial. Let's get out of here. Retreat. Yes. Alright, so here we go, y'all. This is always stressful doing this live on stream. There's some things about streaming that other people don't have to deal with, right? Like, everybody can see my gem count, everybody can see my gold count, my soul count. That's usually not a thing people can see. And then my Guild Wars fights, nobody's really able to see if you win or lose, right? And then, like, I can't even see what my own defend team is doing. But I'm going to show it here on stream so everybody gets to see it if they want to see it. One thing I want to do, make sure you have your campaign, like, all the way, like you got your, level 3 before you start your fights, because you'll have 2 extra magic there. I almost got a Donna 2030 before Guild Wars, but I'm still short by a couple of deeds, y'all. Couple of deeds. Which this would just be a couple, like an armor. Nothing too great, but, you know, I was trying to get all the stats I could get, and I'm so close. I've got, 9 yellow books, and I have, I can get like 30-something deeds, so I'm only like 10 deeds off of having this extra armor. Alright. So Guild Wars. Guild Wars. Let's go. Prepare for war. Alright, here's my guild's keep. We are defending every spot. That's good. Remember the gate. You can't defend the gate. The gate's just kind of like a free fight. And then we'll show the other screen for the rest of this stuff. Leaderboards, we are in 16th place. I think we actually went down a couple spots. I think last time we were in like 13th or something. So we did go down a little bit. I think we lost like one time. Rewards. Let's see what we get. 50 silver marks. Okay. So as you win here, you'll get some rewards. You'll get a morale bonus for how many people are playing and stuff. And I guess the last thing to do is go to war. So the goal here is going to be to try to get sets. Try to get sets. So you want to turn the lower number to a higher number. So like right here it says 6. That pretty much means 6 people have done their fights. Pretty much. Unless somebody fought the gate multiple times, which I doubt. Which you could do, I guess, but you'd get very low amount of points. It looks like about 6 people have gone so far. Looks like nobody's beat the palace yet. There's a 0 on it. The fairy ring, 2 people beat the fairy ring. That's what the 2 is. 2 people beat the thieves guild. 1 person the Fletcher, 1 person the mage tower, 1 person apothecary. Nobody's beat the Eerie, nobody's beaten the portal. 1 person beat the crypt, and nobody's beaten the palace. So that's kind of crazy. This might be difficult. Who are we fighting? We're fighting Insomniants. Are they good or something? Because it's not. It's looking like nobody's beat the palace yet, which usually. All right, they're in 20th, so they're a top 20 guild. So it might be kind of difficult here. So yeah, nobody's beat the palace yet, nobody's beat the Eerie, nobody's beat the portal. So for me, I'm going to try to hit as many of the lower numbers as I can. And you can tell by the road where you can go. Like you can see the road. So I'd probably go gate, and then I can choose between the fairy ring and the palace, or the fairy ring and the thieves guild. I'll probably just choose whatever fight I think is easier there. And then I can go to the Mage Tower or the Fletcher. I'll probably just choose whichever one's easier there as well, that I think is easier. Because I'm going to have to hit either the Eerie or the Portal if I'm going to try to like help us towards a set. Like there's no way I can get a set by myself right here because I have to either do the Eerie or the Portal. and they're both on 0, so I can't turn them both to 1. So the way we would get a set is if everything had at least a 1 on it. And I can't do that, but I can help the guild towards that. So I'm going to try to hit either the portal or the Eyrie, and then hit the palace. And that'll make it to where everything has at least a 1, except for either the portal or the Eyrie. And then someone else can come in behind me and beat the portal or the Eyrie, and then they will get a set, which will give us 1,000 points. So you really want to be trying for sets if possible. You know, I mean, don't do it to where you're going to... You know, if you're not super confident in your team, just get the points that you can get, I guess. But trying for sets is the way you're going to win. And then once that happened, let's say I go Gate, Thieves Guild, Mage Tower, Portal, Palace, and I win all of those. Someone else would have to then go like Gate, Fairy Ring, Fletcher, Eyrie, Palace, and then we would have a set. Then after that, we would want to turn them all to 2s. So somebody would then have to beat the Portal again, somebody would have to beat the Crypt, the Apothecary. We'd have to turn them all to 2s to get our next set. So it's a collaborative effort between you and your guild to get the sets. So you're not always going to be able to get one, but even though you can't get one, try to make it easier for the next person to get one. So I'm not just going to go like Gate, Thieves Guild, Apothecary, Crypt, Palace, because that would... We already beat those. I'm going to try to beat ones that we haven't beat yet, so it makes it easier for us to get sets in the future. But we have to do the Gate. My team is not here. Let's see if I can go copy-paste it in. I think I have it somewhere. We did a team on, like, Tuesday. We made a team. So let's paste it in, and then we'll look at it from there. Copy that. Go back here. Guild Wars. 2 War. Gate. Paste. Alright, so my team does work for the restriction, but I want to check and make sure. Can I only use Blighted Lands weapons? Yep. Blighted Lands. Which is what I thought. It's what I thought. So the only good weapons really here, it kind of limits, like your team is going to either be using Fiendfire or Gatekeeper, probably. Unless you build your whole team around being from Blighted Lands, which means your hero would have to be from Blighted Lands. Then you could do something like Soul Reaper, maybe. But it's very limited on what weapon you could use. And you're probably going to want to use your hero, because you're probably going to want to do Elementalist. So, pretty much you have to use either Gatekeeper or Fiendfire for your weapon. So I went with Gatekeeper, because, I don't know, I needed more mana generation, I guess. So I did that first, and then I looked at my troops. And if you show all, I don't have Astaroth, I don't have Immortal Pharnax, I don't have Demonic Sentinel. So I'm not going to use Amnesia, right? That one sucks. Succubus Queen is okay. Archdukey's okay. So that's what I was kind of left with as far as my mythics. So I chose Succubus Queen, so now I have Gatekeeper and Succubus Queen. And then I started looking at the empowered converters, because there's nothing too crazy for mana generation, and, you know, kind of hoping for an empowered converter to help me here. So I went with Lamashtu. They're both purple. So then it was like, I have to have a purple troop. So Infernal King was the purple troop that I chose. There's no, like, what other purple troop am I going to do? Maybe Baphomet? But I felt like Infernal King would help me more with, like, the brown to red, get up Succubus Queen. It's got a 25% chance to resurrect after death. Then this thing has a summon as well. And then this thing has a summon as well. So our whole team, like, 3 things here, all have summons. So it kind of goes together. I did Elementalist because I pretty much feel like you almost have to do that. And then banner was double yellow, green, minus blue. We got all yellow on our team. There just wasn't anything else that would minus blue, and blue's the only color I'm not using, so that's what I went with there. But yeah, like, if you have Immortal Pharnax, I think you would try to use that. I just don't have it. And then Astaroth I thought was okay, but it's not a guaranteed summon like Succubus Queen is a guaranteed summon. And then, like, Archduke is okay, but once again, it's not a guaranteed summon, it's not a guaranteed kill. Nothing about it is really guaranteed. You could really lose a fight if you shoot this off and it doesn't get a destroy. And then it's the enemy's turn. And then if you need a summon, you have to get a kill to get the summon. Where with Succubus Queen, I just have to cast her, and I get a summon. And I can get 1 to 3 summon. I can fill 2 slots or 3 slots. I don't love her spell, and I don't love her traits. I just thought it was the best option. She can pretty much instant kill, like, one thing. Because she hits... Her true damage hits so hard. And then she steals the life, too, so she's going to make herself more beefy. And then she's charming, so she's going to do splash damage as well, kind of. And then she has a guaranteed summon if you cast her. Which, Astaroth is not a guaranteed summon. Archduke's not a guaranteed summon. If I had Demonic Sentinel, I might try to fit it in. I just don't have it. So the ones that I like that I don't have, that I might have used, were Immortal Pharnax and Demonic Sentinel. Not really Astaroth. And then I don't really want to use Archduke. I don't want to count on that destroy. So this was my team. This is what I came up with. And am I going to use it tomorrow? I don't know. It's the first day. I'm going to try this team. We did run it in unrestricted PvP, and we went like 5-0, 6-0. It starts a little bit slow. You kind of need to hope that you get the Lamash to get your team going. So it does start a little bit slow. So what I like to do is put on an Anu, and then probably 2 Orpheus to cover my side. I got Elementalist, I got Orpheus. I always say that for Guild Wars or PvP. If you want to make sure you win, you know, to help yourself, Orpheus and Elementalist. It's the safest thing to do, I would say. Alright, so the gate. Here we go, y'all. So this is not a team that a player made. This is just like usually just a win for you. Let's see what y'all are saying before I get started. Mark Nugent's here. How's it going, man? Jam Ricks. Rockhound Grandma. Sana says, yeah, that's sad. I like the former Guild Wars more, to be honest. Jam Rick said, good luck with the Guild War battles. I'm using your team, and I'm 3-0 so far. Nice. What's going on, Jimmers? Rockhound Grandma said, on PS4, is Gems saved to their servers? Or do I have to upload saved data to PS4? My problem is... it says I have to overwrite the PS4 data. I used to use another PS for a few months. Huh. On PS4 is Gems saved to their server? I think so, right? I think you could access your account from a different PlayStation. Pretty sure. I don't know, though. I've never done that before. Maybe somebody else has an answer. Like, I was able to use my account on my PS5. So I went from PS4 to PS5, and I'm able to play my account. So I would say you should be fine. You should be able to. I think it's on the server side, not the, you know, just because I was able to, I'm playing this on PS5 when I used to have a PS4 is what I'm saying. So hopefully that helps you out. I don't know. I'm not really good at the technical aspects. Would I use Immortal Pharnax if I had him? Yes, I would. I would try to figure out some way to use it for sure. I'd probably have to build like a completely different team. I don't know what I would do. I don't know exactly what I would do, but I would try to fit him on here somehow. The problem is he's not purple, so I don't know if he would go well with like my team. Cause I like the Infernal King is on here because he's purple. Lamashtu's on here because it's an empowered converter. It converts to purple. So they're like together. And then this is like the only weapon I could think of to use. Guess you could do Fiendfire maybe? Maybe you could do like Immortal Pharnax, Fiendfire, something Lamashtu. I don't know what the third slot would be at that point. You could go with Succubus Queen, I guess. You'd have to change your banner for sure, probably. For sure, probably. For sure, probably. If you use Pharnax, Yeah, if I just plop Fernex on this team instead of Infernal King, it wouldn't be... I'd have to change other things, you know? Because the Mash 2 would then be doing nothing. The Succubus Queen would then be getting blocked. So if I threw Immortal Fernex on here instead of an Infernal King, I'd have to change my last 2 slots at least. And I'd probably change all 3. I'd probably do Immortal Fernex, Fiendfire, something Lamash 2. Maybe like Archduke or something. I don't know. Maybe Baphomet. I don't know. But yeah, if I had Immortal Fernex, I would try to use it. Yeah, I think it's the best troop out of this restriction. So I'd build my team around it probably. I mean, it's invulnerable. Hopefully you have the traits though. Like even if you have Immortal Fernex, that doesn't mean you have the traits. You know. So you would hope that you have them. It gains attack life and armor if used in Central Spire. Double the effect. Explode 5 red gems. Like, I really want to have his traits, though. I don't know, man. Like, what if you had Immortal Fernex, but you did not have the traits, you know? Be a tough decision there. But yeah, I would try to use it if I had it. Especially if I had it fully traded, I guess. Chad says the guild we faced in my main guild were all AI teams. 3 wins, right? Sana says, in our guild we faced Queen Bee team at the palace. Oh, no. It saved to the servers. Okay, Tyrion confirms there. That was my... That's what I thought, because if I'm able to take my account from PS4 to PS5, it must be saved server side, right? You're sitting back and watching your team die. That sucks. Sana with the gifted, thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Running out there to the garage. Checking the oil. The coolant. Getting it started. Getting that train started. Trying to start it. All right, let's go, y'all. This is the gate, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. Get to see like what the team is all about. Alright, so we're looking for this conversion. Yellow to purple. We don't have it. It's about as close as it can get without having it. We could still do it, because we have it a little bit right here. And we have it a little bit right here. So as long as if there's nothing else, there's no like crazy good mana match or cascade, I might just still do it. But remember in Guild Wars, take it very slowly, like really think out all your turns, kind of treat it like chess or something. So we have purple there, we can match this purple. We have purple here, but nothing under it to cascade it. And if we take this purple right now, they're wanting me to take this purple. And if I do that, they're going to get an extra turn on blue. You see that? So I don't even know if I want to cast... If I cast Lamash 2, they're going to get that as well. So if I match that purple, they get a blue extra turn on their turn. So it's like chess. You're thinking ahead, right? But is there anything else? I could take brown and start on my weapon. Which might be what I have to do, because I don't want to give them a big old blue extra turn on their first turn here. Even though it is the gate, and it probably doesn't matter too much. But I want to play good, so I can be playing good the whole time. So yeah, I think I'm going to take brown here. We got a brown storm, so if I take this brown, maybe I'll get brown here too. So I think that's the move. If I take the purple, they're going to get a big blue extra turn, which they don't even use blue. But it's a... I don't want them to, like... I still don't want them to have it. Got brown into brown. That's what we wanted. Now we get the blue extra turn. We don't use blue either, but that will fall into a brown. We get brown for free here. So now we got our weapon up. As long as we don't have Lamash 2, I'll probably... Let's take this off the board. Just remember, we still could cast Lamash 2. So we want to keep looking for that conversion. Alright, we don't have anything going on, so we're going to go ahead and cast our weapon. Pretty sure. And we could keep looking. We got the yellow. We got this yellow. We got the green. We got this green. We got the red. Got this yellow. Got this red. Yeah, I think it's Gatekeeper time. Blow up a bunch of red and grant a random stat effect to all demon allies. This is a demon. This is a demon. This is a demon. Hopefully we get a good buff. Alright, extra turn. Alright, do we have Lamash to... Not here. Not here. No. Doesn't matter how long you take as far as time. It's like turns kind of matters, I think, but not like how long it takes you to take your turn. Could take skulls, but they're entangled, so I don't really have to. Just let them take them. I need to be killing them. Just need to be killing them, pretty much. Probably just get up my weapon again. Okay, we don't have Lamash 2 still. Let's do our weapon again. Yeah, it's taking a second for us to get going. That's my fear with later fights. It's going to take us too long to get going, and then we're going to get into some trouble. Got Gatekeeper again. I think I'm going to take this purple, get these skulls. Get a kill. Alright, now we have this. We got to look for this too. Green to skull and brown to red. We have brown to red, but I also have Succubus Queen. I could probably just kill their whole team. So, shoot it right in the middle. It didn't kill everything, but killed the one thing. Now we can do this. And they're dead, man. Kind of scared of how slow that was as far as getting everybody up. I had to cast the Gatekeeper a few times, and I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. My play method is impressive to watch. I just try to think, just be careful, you know? Alright, so now we got 9 people. You gotta keep your eye on the board, too. Like, people could be playing at the same time I'm playing. I think, didn't that say 6 earlier? So we have, like, 2 other people playing with us right now. So they could hit the Eerie or the Portal, and then I should choose the other one. So sometimes people are playing at the same time as you, so keep your eye on that. Like, this person went to the Fairy Ring, which is new. So now maybe I want to go to the Thieves Guild because it's a lower number. Kind of depends, man. Like, it looks like they're going this way. So most likely they'll go to the Fletcher, but I don't know 100% for sure. Now I almost want to see where this person goes before I go. If I go to the Thieves Guild, that kind of takes the Fletcher off the table. So if they end up going to the Mage Tower, like, I kind of want to see what they do. What this person does. Before I go. Like, I'd probably go to the Thieves Guild. Let's look at both of them right for a second. Alright, so this one is Reflection of Good, Immortal Glacia, Leprechaun, and King of Ravens. Not super scared of that. Not super scared, but it is decent. Pretty decent. At least Glacia won't be doing her, like, double damage. She's just gonna do 33. She's not gonna kill us in, like, one shot. It'll take her a couple of shots to kill us, right? This thing... It's 15 mana cost, and they're using Elementalist, so it's gonna take a second to fill that. They do have Leprechaun. They're gonna explode a bunch of green. King of Ravens is annoying. That's why I call him like a top 20 mythic. It's for stuff like this. He's going to be draining us. He's a good mana generator. Purple Storm for their all-purple team here. So I think, like, they would have the same problem as me almost, as like a slow start. Except for Leprechaun. Like, this is 30 mana cost. And this is 15 mana cost. It's not 50% started. And, you know, this is 24 mana cost. They got a good team, but I think as long as I'm not slower than them, I should be okay. This one, Elementalist again. You're going to see a lot of Elementalist. But a good thing about Elementalist is they're kind of slower because they're not 50% started, right? They got Bile, Blackheart, Essence of Evil, Immortal Celine, and Captain McCall. She is a rogue. They are 50% starting Immortal Celine. He's a rogue as well. So they're 50% starting everything but their hero. They got Essence of Evil, which is what I would use if I was them. Because you can't use the wand on defense. You know, I'm not super scared of this one either. Immortal Celine is going to hit 3 for 54. It's going to have to cast at least twice. I don't think they have any of the traits, do they? Maybe they do. Yeah, they do, right? Yeah, they do, right? So I'm kind of just like, I want to see what the other person does here that's playing right now. Or maybe they're waiting to see what I do, but they already did the fairy ring. So they're one step ahead of me. I don't know, man. I guess I just do the Thieves Guild, and then the Mage Tower, and then the Portal, and then the Palace. You can't sit here and wait forever. I mean, I could if I wasn't streaming. If I was somebody else and I wasn't streaming, I might wait and see what this other person's doing. But anyway, I think I'm just going to do Thieves Guild, because it has a 2 instead of a 3. Hopefully this person goes to the Fletcher. Alright, let's go. Could be tough. Freaking Immortal Celine, they're 50% started. Alright, but we got our Lamash 2, but our Infernal King is freaking frozen, of course. And we have a giant purple extra turn, but we're frozen too. Of course, dude. Of course we get frozen. We have all this purple. Ugh. That sucks. Okay. I probably want to take this so they don't get it. But I'm not gonna, I don't know. I should probably just take a 3. I don't know. It's probably fine to take it this way. Get a lot of mana. Just no extra turn. So I think I have to take that. Unless there's something else that's an extra turn somewhere. Kind of a crappy start. I hate that I'm frozen on... It's my only purple troop is frozen. I guess I have to take this. I just don't want them taking it, you know? Alright, now I have a Lamash too, but... Alright, we can take this first. Some green. We got blue extra turn. That's Elementalist, but it's not going off. It's like their whole team is immune or something. That sucks. Alright, so we got the purple turn. We got the purple match. We got the red. 1, 2, 3. Nope. It's like, man, I wish that was a yellow extra turn right there. We would be frozen on it, though, anyway. We take this. Take that. The yellow. We got the red. I guess I cast Lamash, too. I'll get the, enchant gem, at least. Okay, okay. Got an extra turn somehow. Alright, do we have... We do. We have Infernal King. That's good. We got it right here. And we're not frozen on brown, so that's good. Let's do it. Get some skull damage. Almost got their first slot dead. Okay, we got Succubus Queen. I think I want to go after Immortal Celine or their hero, maybe. I do 157. So I can kill whatever I want there. Their hero has no mana yet, right? Celine only needs 9 more to get up. So I think I'm going to shoot at Celine there. Kill Celine. But let's take this extra turn first, of course. We're not frozen, right? We're only frozen on yellow and purple. So that's a mistake you could make. You, like, take an extra turn, but you're frozen. You don't want to do that. Alright, I'm going to let them have the skull. I'm going to shoot my Succubus Queen. I'm going to kill their Celine, hopefully. This is the cool thing about Succubus Queen, is how hard it hits. 157 true damage. And then she gets that for herself as well. It's going to add to her health. She's going to be harder to kill. She's going to take out their best troop and be harder to kill herself. Bang. Get out of here. Alright, we got a brown extra turn. I think I'll cast... let's look for Lamash too. Don't have it. So let's just do Gatekeeper, I think. Could take Skull. I could kill their Bile. Let's kill their Bile. Alright, 2 down. If we don't have Lamash too, I'll just do Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper. Alright, we got the Orpheus medal went off, and now we're not frozen. Lamash 2, where are you? Do we have our... Yeah, we do. We have Infernal King right here. Bang! Got him! Yoke the Ham is here. Jam Rick says, I ended up 5-0 with your team. A little slow, but it's safe and gets results. Yep, it has a lot of summoning, and then if you get that Succubus Queen up, you're gonna kill something. You can take out their best thing. And we got a lot of conversions, like, we got an Empowered Converter, we're using Elementalist, like, the best I could come up with without having an Immortal Pharynx. And it might even be better than Immortal Pharynx. I don't know. We'll see. I always come into these guild... I have a team, I come into the first day, I don't know how it's going to go. It could go horribly. Alright, they did go to the Fletcher, that's good. So now I'm definitely going to the Mage Tower. They went to the Eyrie, they went to the Palace, so they got a... I can make a set! We can make a set, y'all. We just got to kill the portal. That's good. Shout out to whoever went and did the Eyrie and the Palace. Good job. Now we can get a set on stream. I just got to kill Mage Tower and Portal. I don't even have to kill the Palace, and I still get a set. But I do want to kill the Palace because it's worth like 500 points. But the set's worth 1,000. So we're definitely doing Mage Tower, so we can do Portal next, right? It doesn't even matter what's here. We're going to do it. A bunch of Queen Beatrix with Prismatic Orb. Great. That's great. We got to do it though, man. I want that set. So we're going to do it. We got to do it. It is what it is. Bunch of Queen Beatrix, man. Uh-oh. Yoke, I think the Gatekeeper is in the Soul Forge, right? You can go get it in the Soul Forge. If somehow you can't do that, I don't know, man. I would build like a Immortal Pharynx Fiendfire team then. There's really nothing. There's Gatekeeper or Fiendfire. That's pretty much it. You could do Soul Reaper, but you'd have to make your hero not Elementalist. You'd then have to be from Blighted Lands, which is like, what, Diabolist or something? Alright, good start to the fight here. We get to get a green extra turn. Let's do it. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Which also gave us a bunch of yellow. We tied up their Queen Beatrix, so now they're frozen. But they do have Royal Honey, so... I mean, their other ones have... That sucks. They have 3 Queen Beatrixes, so they're always going to have Royal Honey, pretty much. Alright, we have this, so we're going to do it. I don't know. We're frozen, though. So we're frozen on Skulls. Would be a lot of damage, and it would get rid of all the green. Should I do it or should I not do it? If I do it, I get a bunch of Scald damage. I might kill their first Queen Beatrix. I get rid of all the green on the board. They have no mana yet at all. They could hit me back with Skulls, but I think I'm going to do it, man. I think I'm just going to do it. I know I'm frozen, but it's a lot of damage. So I think I'm just going to do it, y'all. Either that or Gatekeeper or Lamash 2. Lamash 2 we don't have. Gatekeeper would ruin this board. So I think I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do it. Alright, killed their first Beatrix. Okay, now we have Succubus Queen. Let's get this blue out of here, I guess. We're not frozen on blue at all, right? Alright, I think I'm gonna do Succubus Queen, and I will hit their middle Queen Beatrix. That way I can also get the charm damage as well. And they're, like, nothing I mean, their hero. I could kill their hero. I could kill their hero, I guess. I think I'm gonna hit that third Queen Beatrix, though, so I can get the most out of the damage. Okay. Lamash 2, where are you? We haven't seen her yet. And we got Gatekeeper. We could take blue and get Skulls. They're about to cast Prismatic Orb, which kind of sucks. I think I'm just going to do Gatekeeper here. Alright, we got an extra turn. Nice. We got Infernal King again. This sucks that, Okay, what's good about this one is we're not frozen on brown. Or red, I mean. We're not frozen on red. So when we cast this, we're going to change brown to red. So we're still going to get an extra turn. Even though we're frozen. Like, the Skulls are frozen. But it's okay because the red's not frozen. And we're also going to get the red. So we're going to go ahead and cast this Infernal King. Kill their Queen Beatrix. And Succubus Queen can take care of the hero there. 161 damage. Alright, killed a triple Queen Beatrix, Elementalist, Prismatic Orb team. Turn that to a 2. Here we go. Time for the set. Will we get the set at the portal where no one has won yet? Let's see. Elementalist, Prismatic Orb, Archdruid, Blackwood, Gladius, and Virago. Nah, not super scared of this, right? It's just like a bunch of mythics behind a Prismatic Orb, really. True damage does suck. I mean, he would suck. This thing's like 32 mana cost. Virago's like never gonna get up, so we don't have to worry about her at all. She'll just never get up, so no point of her at all. Gladius is also pretty blocked in 32 mana cost, so probably not going to get up either. So the only way they're really going to beat us is if they go crazy with this Prismatic Orb, get up their Archdruid, cast it. Because otherwise, like, these two are super blocked and they cost a lot of mana, so I'm not super scared. Only thing I'm really eyeballing is like the first 2 slots. If they get going, then I could be in trouble, but it kind of just feels like a Prismatic Orb team with 3 mythics on it. So I think we're okay. Let's get this set. 1,000 points right here. Let's go. Mariah Carey not going to play herself. Alright, come on, Lamash 2. Can you help me with one fight, please, woman? She's not helping. Okay, we just gotta make a good move here. They need a lot of mana, and so do we. There's Skulls. I really don't care about Skulls. Got purple here. We got red. We got a brown storm. Got purple here. Got blue, which we don't use. We got blue here. Huh. There's no yellow or brown, which is what I would want. Really don't have... There's not much to do. I think I'm just going to take mana, then they're going to take Skulls, and then we'll go from there. Like, I hope they take Skulls. Should I take purple, I guess? I think I'm going to take purple. It's either purple or red. And Infernal King is closer to getting up than Succubus Queen, so I think I'm going to take this purple. Alright, they took the Skulls, which is what I was expecting. Okay, we got brown now. We could do green and brown. Take this green, get the brown too. I think that's what I do. Or I could take red. I could take red and hope that brown falls right here. We do have a brown storm. It could happen. That'd be risking it all for the biscuit all. I think I'm going to go with the safe play. Take the green into the brown. It's the safe play. Alright. They're frozen over there on blue, green, and yellow. It's the downside to using mythics and getting frozen on them. You get frozen on a bunch of stuff, bunch of colors. And we could take this yellow. Lamash 2, we still don't have it. Like, she hasn't done nothing for us. I don't think. Could take the yellow. You could take some red. Could take the red this way. Could take the purple. We got red over here. We got red right here. We got brown. We got purple. We got purple. We got red and purple. Red and purple or brown? I think I'm going to take brown because I think it'll get up my weapon. You know? I think I'm going to take brown. I'm going to take brown. I need it to get up too. Please. Oh no, we're one short. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, man. Alright, we got Lamash too, but we're frozen. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Man. Ugh! Alright, we're not frozen on brown. That's good, right? Take that. Got our weapon. Starting to get worried about this fight. Alright, do we have our Infernal King? Green to skull. Brown to red. I don't think so. Probably just gonna do Gatekeeper. I think we do Gatekeeper. Come on, baby. Alright, I got Succubus Queen. I got Infernal King. Do we have it? We don't have alignment. We got Succubus Queen, though. We could take out something. I think I'm going to take out their Archdruid. He's closest. Well, actually Virago is, but I'm not too scared of her. Ooh, it's 157, though. I can't. Dang, they got so much life. I guess I gotta start doing Succubus Queen, I guess. I'm gonna hit Archdruid, I think. Because he's not entangled, so he'll also punch out. Okay. Do we have it? Do we have Infernal King? No. I might take the brown into the skulls. I don't know, though. They could... What else do we got? Alright, let's look at all the options. Could take green. Could take brown, that might get up our weapon. And it would do skull damage. That's what I'm leaning towards. Got green there. Got purple, but there's no extra turn under that purple. Purple, blue. Got green. I think I'm going to do the brown into the skulls here. Yes, got the weapon. Okay. Infernal King, come on, man. Alright, we got Infernal King. Let's go. Let's do it. I guess. I guess, man. Do we do it like our weapon... I think we just do it because we have it. Get free, like, scatter damage. What? What were we frozen on? Alright, we're cleansed. Let's do this. Finally had Lamash too. Let's get rid of this blue. And we got Succubus Queen, so we could kill something. Let's take this purple. Okay, we have Infernal King. I think I'm gonna cast it because he's close to dying, and it'll be some good damage. All right, we'll kill their hero. Should I go this way or should I go this way? Probably doesn't matter. Let's just... Alright, killed their hero, that's great. And we have Succubus Queen. So we're gonna kill Gladius too, probably. Lamash 2, we have Lamash 2, let's just do it. Ooh, baby. Alright, we got free extra turn on skulls here. Alright, Succubus Queen, let's take this. I just want to kill the Glad. Like, I don't care about Virago. She's such butt. She sucks so much that I don't even care. I'm just gonna hit... I think I'm just gonna hit Gladius. Like, this won't kill Gladius. I'm just gonna take out Gladius with the Succubus Queen. I know it's like overkill, and I could shoot Virago, and... Virago has 0 attack though, so it wouldn't charm. I'm just gonna kill their only threat, the only threat that's left. Virago is trash. Now we got Gatekeeper. Let's go. Do we have Infernal King? No, we have a yellow extra turn though. Now we do. Woo! Didn't even lose a troop. Infernal King was close, but he has that 25% chance to resurrect as well. So even if they had killed my Infernal King, they would still have to deal with maybe a 25% resurrect. And then I'd have the Gatekeeper or Succubus Queen to bring something back into that slot. So that fight was not as close as it looked. And, but, you know, it was the first one that was actually kind of difficult. I was worried for a second there. Alright, we completed a set. We got 1,000 points. We beat somebody that hasn't been beat yet. Alright, first set. Look at it. Look at it. Would you look at it? Look at that beautiful one, that extra 1,000. We're closing the gap on the enemy. Alright, now we just do the palace. You do the palace. It's worth 500 points. Everybody has to do the palace. Let's go. If I was the next person coming in behind me, I would go the bottom route, actually. Maybe. Yeah. If I was the next person coming in behind me, I would go Gate, Thieves Guild, Apothecary, Crypt, Palace. Because there's 2 1s. There's 3 1s you can hit. So if you're the person coming in behind me and somehow you're watching right now, do the bottom one. Do Gate, Thieves Guild, Apothecary, Crypt, Palace. Because you'll take care of 2 1s. Any other way, you're only going to take care of 1 1. Right? So the person coming in behind me, go to the bottom path. Apothecary, Crypt, Palace. Alright, here's the big bad final fight. Got Monk class, Inari, Obsidian Libram, Zul'Goth, Pharaoh I'm not super scared of that, honestly. I don't get when people put an Empowered Converter in first slot. Why do people do that? Sometimes I've done it like once in every once in a while, but I've seen it recently. Like, why are people doing that? That thing has full mana. It doesn't need to be in first slot unless you're just like using it as something to die. Like you're sacrificing it, I guess. Otherwise, I usually, see how my Empower Converter's in last slot? Because it doesn't need any mana. It's empowered. This Inari is going to block Obsidian Libram, Zul'Goth, and Pharaoh on purple. And this Inari's going to block Pharaoh Khafru on yellow. Hopefully, you're hoping with your Empower Converter, you only have to cast it one time. You're not hoping to get it back up again and cast it again. So I shouldn't be tearing this team apart before I fight it. Because everything could go horribly wrong and I could lose. But, yeah, that's one thing I see wrong with it is why are they using their Empowered Converter in first slot? Their Khafru is totally blocked. That doesn't really matter with him because he's kind of there for his third trade, I guess. But it's just one Khafru. Obsidian Libram does summon. So maybe they're like sacrificing the Inari for the summon. But you don't know what you're going to get with that summon. Zul'Got's the only thing I'm really scared of. I mean, Inari could suck if it does get its conversion. Because then that's going to get up Zul'Got like right away. And then they're going to instant kill something on my team. So that could suck. It could suck. I'm not saying it's a bad team. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'd probably put it in a different order at least. Could be a good team, though. I mean, their Inari could die, and then they could summon something else in. Their Inari does its job by getting up Zul'Got. Zul'Got instant kill something on my team. Like, maybe. I don't know. I should probably quit tearing it apart before I fight it. Alright, here's the palace. Let's see what happens. Robert Westover, how's it going? Thank you for the 5. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Running out to help Sana. What a gentleman. Putting his coat down on the puddle. Carrying her across the street, maybe. Alright, not a great start. I'd love to see my Lamash 2. We don't have it. At least we're not frozen, I guess. Green to blue, so we gotta look at that. See if they have it anywhere, and if they do, we want to screw it up. They don't really have it right now, so we don't want to make them have it either. All right, so we got some red. We can match red. Red, red, red. Got brown. If we take this brown, we have a chance at either getting yellow or red up here. Also. We got green. Alright, I think I'm going to do the brown. Just because I have a chance at red and yellow match as well. Plus, I want to get my weapon up anyway. Alright, didn't happen, then gave them an extra turn. Nice. Okay, we still don't have Lamash 2, I don't think. She's close right here. Alright, so they're going to be doing this. Green to blue. I gotta keep my eye on that. Still don't think they have it yet. I do Lamash 2. I'm only getting a little bit of purple. Huh. I might take this green just because I have a chance at a green here, a red here. And we really don't have much else going on anyway. I mean, we could take purple. That would help, you know. Infernal King's easier to get up than Succubus Queen. Be nice to take some green off the board too for their, but then like watch blue fall here and they get an extra turn. That would suck. I don't know. I guess I'll just take this purple. I'm worried that if I take this green, somehow a blue is gonna fall here and then they're gonna get a big Inari. But it could also be a green that falls here, or a red that falls here, and we get a bunch of mana. It's brown storm, though. So if I take this, I could get brown. I'm going to go for it. Yeah, we got brown, too. And they, of course, get a big extra turn. Somehow they're getting everything they need. We got Lamash, too. So let's do it. And we have this purple. We also have this brown. I don't know if I have Lightning Strike on. Snap, Freeze, Insulated, Thunderfist, Storm, Aura, Deluge, Stone Mastery, Fortitude. So I don't. Alright, so I'm going to take the purple first, I guess. We're not frozen. Okay, we got our Infernal King. Alright, here's a nice brown. I could also get green if I go up like this. So I think I'm going to do that. Start working on that, well, I don't know. Maybe I want to leave the green for the Infernal King to change. Let's get some green mana. I guess. I could take this. Well. Guess I didn't get green. Oh well. Whatever. Let's take this out of here. Right? I don't see Infernal King anywhere. Okay. They're all entangled up. That's nice. I wish I had Infernal King, man. We would have this in the bag if I had Infernal King, but I don't have it. Gonna have to Gatekeeper and pray. Gatekeeper, come on, baby! Alright, that was our Gatekeeper and pray. Alright, we do have Infernal King now. Right here. Man, I wish I had them more damaged. We get 159. We could kill their hero, which is probably the way to go. I can't kill their Zul'Goth, but I can kill their hero. We have Lamash too, though. Let's do that first. Got that Succubus Queen in our back pocket, and we could kill their hero. We could kill their Kafru. We could kill their Inari. The only thing we can't kill is their Zul'Goth, who is getting up very soon. He's got 2 mana to go, and that's it. Let's take this purple, right? Another one. Got free skulls. And free skulls. We're gonna kill their Inari. Alright, let's make sure we don't have Infernal King, though. We don't. So let's do this first. Kill their Inari. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's take this blue out of here. We have Infernal King. If you got a conversion, you just do it, right? Ooh, we can make it even bigger by taking this out of here. Now we might get some skulls, too. Let's do it. Okay. Got this. Red. Got this brown. Anytime you can keep it on your turn, whatever it takes, it's always a good thing. We're just doing more Elementalist, even if we're not getting mana off of those. They're not getting that extra turn. We're just doing more Elementalist stuff. You don't want... Like, I wish I had Infernal King right now. Bang. But we do have Succubus Queen. We do have Lamash 2. Lamash 2 doesn't have alignment, though. So, we're going to cast our Succubus Queen. 163, dude. I wish it was 3 more HP. So I'm going to kill their hero. Just get it out of here before it casts. Does it have any spell damage mitigation? I don't think so. Let's kill that freaking hero. Oh, get out of here. Ooh, there's Zul'Goth, though. No! Alright. I think we're still fine. They're gonna kill me with Zul'Goth, but I'm gonna summon first, right? I'm gonna summon in something with my Gatekeeper. Hopefully we're okay here. Alright, we got something weird. And we drained them. Okay, he's back up again, though. Come on, Lamash 2. This is when I need you. Like, you almost don't want to get your hero up, because I'm afraid Zul'Goth targets whoever has the most mana, almost. I know that's not exactly how it works, but... If I get up Succubus Queen, it's going to kill my Succubus Queen. If I get up my... I guess it doesn't matter either way, because I'll still have a summon. If I take the red, though... Zul'Goth uses red. Zul'Goth doesn't use brown. If I take the red, Succubus Queen probably gets up. He might kill it. But... I don't know. It's like, get up Succubus Queen or get up Hero. Succubus Queen is going to get up in 2 turns either way. Alright, I think I'm going to get up my Hero. Ooh, killed Succubus Queen. Alright, we're still hanging in there. I mean, we got to start doing something, though. Let's get another summon down. Unless I have Lamash, too. Nope. Jeez Louise. Kind of just surviving at this point. Now we got something blocking our hero. So weird. Weird fight. Gotta do some damage, y'all. We're frozen on yellow. Frozen on yellow. What's this guy do? Destroy all web gems, deal damage to the weakest enemy boosted by web gems destroyed. It's gonna destroy nothing.
Mana surge, mana surge.
Come on, man. Come on. Still frozen on yellow.
Mana surge.
Got my gatekeeper. Okay, here we go. We got some damage. Alright, 116. Come on. What's this do? 51 damage to first enemy and eliminate 51 points of random skill boosted by blue gems destroyed. Destroy a row. Okay, we don't have Lamash 2. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this dude. Or, this one. Destroy a row. It's gonna hit the first enemy. So... boosted by blue. There's 2 on this one. 1 there, 1 there. 3 here. Let's do this row. Oh, I was looking at column. What an idiot. Luckily, they're dead now. I did make one little mistake there, but it was at the end of the fight when I already had the fight won, pretty much, so no big deal. Now let's just do this. Lamash 2. Nope. Let's do this. Cafru curled up in a ball, can't do anything by himself. And we win, baby! With a full team still. We did lose a troop, though, or 2. But, hey, we summoned them back in. That's the whole point. Summon them back in. I got crappy summons, too, and we still won. I got, like, Night Terror and Herald of Dookie. And I still won. So, yeah, I like my team so far. Went undefeated. I got a set. I'm in a top 20 guild. And I had 4 troops at the end of every fight. Doesn't get much better than that, right? Beat the Palace. I took all the hardest fights. I got a set. I'm in a top 20 guild. Beat the Palace. Finished every fight with 4 troops on my team still there. Pretty sure, right? So yeah, if you're the person coming in behind me, do Gate, Thieves Guild, Apothecary, Crypt, Palace. So you can hit 2 1s. Turn 2 1s to 2s instead of just 1. If you go any other way, you're only going to turn like Portal to 2 or Eerie to 2. Somebody's going to have to do that eventually, but if you want to get our second set, that'd be a good way to start, is to get the Apothecary and Crypt and done in like one go. And then it would take 2 other people So it's going to take 3 people to get our next set. It's going to take 3 people. Pretty much have to go up each lane. Get rid of those ones. Alright, I got 1,372 points. I did, like, die a couple times, so that probably took away from my score a little bit. But still pretty solid. 1,372. And I got the set, so I got 1,000 other points for the guild. 5-0. See what we get here. Silver Icon, Lesser Orb of Glory. Yeah, that's my team. I'm glad that it worked. I was nervous. I think my reasoning as to why I did what I did and why I used what I used is sound. There you go. It's similar to like my Hatir and Scroll team almost, where there's like a ton of summoning and like troops you don't usually use, and I don't know, lots of converting. You gotta make sure you have the conversions before you, like, don't just cast Lamash 2 all willy-nilly. Don't just cast Infernal King all willy-nilly, you know? Use that Succubus Queen to kill something that's dangerous. It should be able to one-shot most of the time. There was a couple times where it couldn't, but there was something else, you know? I chose something I actually could kill. I think there was one fight where every enemy had more HP than, like, she couldn't one-shot, like, one team. Otherwise, there was something that she could one-shot and take out of there. And then she's also doing the charm damage, and she also has a summon. And she also gains the life and makes herself even more hardy. So it's not like I don't love Succubus Queen, I just think it's the best option for this restriction. Alright, where are we at? An hour and 11. Let's read the chat, and then we'll quickly make a class event team, and then I'm probably going to get out of here for today. It was just a little extra impromptu stream. But thank you so much, Sana and Robert, for running out there today. Google ate your money again? What the heck? That's stupid. Must not be your day. That does suck. JM Ricks also went 5-0 with my team. Shout out to JM Ricks. Sana says the game always do that, freeze the troop, and with a 4-match of the color you need. I know, at the beginning of that fight, the only troop on my team that used purple was Infernal King. And of course there was like a gigantic purple extra turn, and I could have casted Lamash too. But no, of course the only thing they freeze is the one thing using purple, and then they show a bunch of purple extra turns on the board. Yoke is here. I don't have the explosive weapon. Man, it's super... I think you can get it in the Soul Forge, right? That's why you kind of want to not always run yourself to 0. Not saying you did, but like this is a good example of a time where you would not want to have like 0 jewels or 0 diamonds. Like, you want to have some, just in case. We gotta, like, you have money just in case, right? Maybe it's not here, though. Oh, it's not here. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Blighted lands restriction during a Zalkari week. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. You can't get it in the Soul Forge. But hey, that's why I always say get the explodey weapons. Like, this week you would want to get, what was it? This has nothing to do with Guild Wars, but, there was an explodey weapon in here, and that's why I recommend them. For times like this, where, I think it's Watcher's Blade. But yeah, I guess if I was Yoke the Ham, I'd use Fiendfire with Lamash 2, and then maybe Immortal Fernex on top, or maybe the Sentinel on top if you don't have Immortal Fernex. Sucks, though. There's just no weapons. The only other thing I can think of is that Soul Reaper weapon, but you'd have to use it with, Diabolist. The Diabolist is how you get Fiendfire, and then if you don't have Fiendfire or don't want to use Fiendfire, you got to use the Soul Reaper, but then you have to make your hero from Blighted Lands, which means you have to use Diabolist instead of, like, Elementalist. It's kind of a crappy week if you don't have that Gatekeeper, you don't have Succubus Queen, you don't have Immortal Fernex. It'd be tough. Well, hope, but if it's tough for you, let's say you don't have Succubus Queen, you don't have Gatekeeper, you don't have Immortal Pharynx, hopefully you're not in like a top 20 guild, and then maybe you'll end up fighting just dead guilds with no defense set, and you'll be fine, you know? Stun freeze the bees. Robert says, do it. Do it! That was when I was wondering if I should cast the Infernal King, right? Sorry I don't like read the chat actively while I'm doing my Guild Wars. I kind of want to make sure, I want to just do it myself, and I don't know. I hate how people are out there like playing each other's accounts during Guild Wars and like doing like screen share and telling each other what to do and stuff like that. That's a little too much. I don't really like that. It doesn't seem very fair. That'd be like you're playing chess. You're playing a chess match with somebody, but then you have like a thing in your ear where somebody's telling you all the moves to do. You think that's fair? Like, come on. I don't want people thinking I'm getting advice and like making moves based. Like, I don't want it to be like a hive mind Guild Wars. Because I wouldn't want other people doing that to me. I'm hoping they're not out there screen sharing and playing each other's accounts, but they probably are. They probably are. But just imagine you're doing poker or chess or something, and somebody you're playing against has somebody in their ear telling them everything to do. That's not very fair, is it, right? So, I just think, like, I wouldn't want people doing that to me, so I'm not going to do it to them. Even though it's not exactly the same. But, there's people doing that for sure. They're screen sharing, they're playing each other's accounts. It's kind of annoying. Now B is ineffective, yep. So Chad went 5-0, 1364. Nice, good job. Alright, Chad's going back to work. Get back to work, says Tyrion. July's right around the corner, yep. Tyrion says, ad just crashed my stream again. It's been over a week since that had happened. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It doesn't happen to me anymore. You have a stroller, Sana? Mark says, I used this team on my PS5 and won every fight, Cinny. You and your Guild Wars teams, they are great. Thanks, dude. I'm not even, like these days, I feel like I'm pretty good at making teams, but, like, if you watch the channel, like, 3 years ago, I wasn't the go-to person for, like, Guild Wars teams, right? But these days, I'm pretty solid. Gotten better and better. I think everybody does. Everybody gets better and better at making teams. Tyrion says, ad never loads, so you can't skip it. Just leave the black screen and have to close and reopen stream. That's stupid. Hunter says, I'm just getting back into the swing of things, and this is my first Guild Wars in the new format. What the hell is going on? I kind of explained it, but I don't know how long ago you did that comment. Can we use weapons on Guild Wars teams now? You can use Blighted Lands weapons. The restriction is Blighted Lands, so you have to use Blighted Lands weapon, Blighted Lands troops. I'll explain it again, Hunters. Just MJK Jets is here. You crashed again. Yeah, I took purple. Good job, Sana. Thank you. Wormskull with the 10. You're late. Hey, showing up late with gifts though. Appreciate it. Running out there with Sana. Running out there with Robert. You're a legend, Wormskull. Bake says the top 3 Xbox guild did that all the time. They would wait for the weekend. I know, dude. They like screen share. They freaking... whatever. They'll play each other's accounts. Pero, Demonic Sentinel. You can get them in the Labyrinth Dungeon under colored mini-boss fights. I got them over a period of a year. I guess stay healthy. Yeah, it's Underspire. That's where you get it. That's good if you got that. I was going to think about using it, for sure. Like, now that I've ran my team and I went 5-0 and I got a set, I don't think I would change anything about it. But before I had done that, you know, if I had had the Sentinel and the Immortal Pharynx, I probably would have tried to use them. So it's kind of like now I know my team's good, so I probably wouldn't change anything about it. Don't fix what isn't broken. But before I'd run the fights, for sure I would have tried Immortal Pharynx or the Sentinel. So. But yeah, let's go over it again for Hunters. Hunters just got back and is trying to play the game again. Guild Wars. Alright, so you set your defends, right? You set your defends on Tuesday or Wednesday. So you would go into my guild's keep, and you would choose one of these to defend. So they're all different restrictions. The gate, the gate is nothing. The gate is an AI fight. You don't have to worry about the gate. You will fight the fight. You will fight the gate on offense, but it's not like a player's defensive team. So you can't set a defensive team up in the gate. But on Tuesday or Wednesday, you're going to set your defend. And you're going to choose between one of these, either Fae, Wargare, Rogue, Knight, Undead, Strix, Dragon, Blue, or Giant. And you want to have at least one person in each spot. So, like, somebody else in your guild might pick the Palace, and then somebody else in your guild might pick Undead. Somebody else in your guild might pick Strix. Kind of just want to make sure there's something in each spot. And then if there is something in each spot, just pick the one that you feel most comfortable with. Would you rather do a blue restriction, a dragon restriction, an undead restriction? Because that's, your team's going to be restricted to whatever it says there. So for your defend team, if you chose undead, your team would have to be all undead. So whatever one you felt most comfortable with after that. For me, I try to fill in a blank. Whatever's not being defended is what I want to do. But when I set my defend, there was nothing. So I did the palace, because the palace is worth the most. The gate is worth the least. You start at the gate, and then after you beat the gate, you get to choose between the fairy ring or the shrine, right? Fairy ring, the shrine, and the thieves guild, or something like that. So then you got to choose one of those. It's kind of the road. Okay, so the road only goes to the fairy ring and the shrine. Okay, so after you beat the gate, you get to choose between the fairy ring and the shrine. And then if you beat the fairy ring or the shrine, you then get to go to, if you went to the fairy ring, now you can choose between the Eerie and the Thieves Guild. So that's just the way the roads go, you know? It's kind of like a delve type of thing. But the gate's worth like 100, the fairy ring and the shrine are worth like 200, the Eerie, the Thieves Guild, and the barracks worth like 300, the lair, the crypt, and the warrior's tower is worth like 400, something like that. And then the palace is worth 500. So you beat the gate, then you choose between the fairy ring or the shrine. You can look at both of them and decide for yourself. You also want to decide based on, like, sets. I guess it'd be better to look at this. So the gate's worth 100. Okay, never mind. So the gate's worth 100. Fairy Ring and Thieves Guild 150. Mage Tower, Apothecary, Fletcher 200. Portal, Eerie, and Crypt 300. Palace 500. So that's how much. But you got the idea from what I said otherwise. But you want to basically go from the gate to the palace. And ideally you want to get a set if you can. So you want to change all the numbers to 1s, and that will give you a set. And then you want to change them all to 2s or more, and that gives you a set. Then you want to change them all to 3 or more, and that gives you a set. So while we were doing our fights, we changed them all to 1s, and we got the first set. So we got our guild an extra 1,000 points. But we also got the 1,372 for doing the gate, you know, the Thieves Guild, the Mage Tower, the Portal, and the Palace, or whatever we did. So our 1,372 is from our fights, and then we got an extra 1,000 for the guild from completing a set. So it's 5 fights. You go from the gate to the palace. There's a path. You get to choose between which fights you want to do. Your restriction is Blighted Lands on offense. Their restriction is whatever it said on the other screen on defense. So that's how it goes, basically. So you're going to have to choose from Blighted... You have to make a team out of Blighted Lands troops with Blighted Lands weapons. And then you're going to have to fight all 5 fights with that team. And then their restriction on defense is whatever it says. Like Wargare, Rogue, Fae, Strix, Undead, Knight. Like maybe you wouldn't want to fight a dragon fight because you don't want to fight like Chrysanthrax or something. Or maybe you don't want to fight a Undead fight because you don't want to fight Morthani or something. I don't know. But you could kind of choose which path to go. Higher level, like better players, are going to choose the path based on like hoping to get a set. They're not really worried about like the enemy, but if you're lower level and you're just worried about winning, you might choose based on like which fight's easier to do. I think you can do the fights over and over and over, kind of like bounty too. So if you get stuck somewhere and you just can't go any further, you're afraid you're going to lose, you could do the same fight, I think, over and over. Or like weaker fights. Like I think you can do the gate 5 times if you really want to. But then you would only get 500 points total instead of like 1,300 something. And you definitely wouldn't get a set. But I don't know. If you have any questions, let me know. And there's the rewards over here. These are the rewards for doing it. For doing Guild Wars. I don't know. Let me know if you have any questions. Offense restriction is Blighted Lands. You make a team out of Blighted Lands troops with Blighted Lands weapons, and then you go through the 5 fights. You try to get to the palace, from the gate to the palace. Every fight has a different restriction on defense, and you kind of want to get a set if you can. And to get a set, you got to turn all the fights to 1s. That means somebody's beat every fight. And then to get another set, you got to turn them all to 2s or more. And that just means that everybody's beat every fight twice at least. And to get your third set, you got to turn them all to 3 or more. That just means everybody's like beat every fight 3 times. You've got the guild has beat every fight 3 times at least. That's a set. Completing a set just means you beat every fight. You beat every restriction, you beat every enemy as a guild. Like no one person can get a set by themselves. It's like a collaborative effort between the guild. Because you can only do 5 fights, and there's like however many fights. So it's like you can see like, okay, this one has a 0. If I beat that one, I get a set. So you're going to target that one. You're going to go towards that one because you're going to want to try to turn that 0 to a 1 so you can get an extra 1,000 points. You don't want to like go where the higher numbers are because that's not helping as much. That might show you like the easier fights. Like if this fight has a 10 and then this one has 9 and this one has 7 and this one has 10 and then this... That would probably be the easier fights because more people won and more people beat those. But the lower numbers are probably either harder fights or just places people haven't got to yet. And those are the ones you really want to do so you can get more sets, so you can get more points, so you can win, so you can get more rewards. But let me know if you have any questions, man. Fotis is here. I've noticed that you have 15 or so lanterns and Underspire. Do you buy them? Because I get only 1 for free on the first fight. No, I just didn't do Underspire for a little bit. And I just, you know, you can, I definitely don't buy them. But you get 1 for free every Underspire. And there was a few Underspires where I didn't. I just got the free lantern and I didn't do it. Back when I was a bad boy and not doing Underspire. Now I do it every single week because it's totally worth it. It's totally awesome. And I just have the extra lanterns because I didn't do my Underspire whatever week. The lanterns carry over, but the torches don't. So there was like 6 weeks or something where I didn't do my Underspire. That's why I have 7 lanterns. But yeah, like you get a free lantern on the first merchant. So it's pretty smart to at least get your free lantern, even if you're not going to run any fights, you're not going to do Underspire at all. It's kind of dumb to not go get your free lantern, which is just right here. So all you have to do is do 1 little fight, and then you get a free lantern, which lets you double loot in the future. So I was collecting my free lantern, and then I just wasn't using it. I think I was actually going to like the second boss, or I was doing it for free for a while, I think. I don't think I like didn't do it at all. But I would collect my free lantern, I would go to like the second boss, just use my free torches. And then I wouldn't use the lantern because I was saving it for later to do like the gold orbs or the silver orbs or the... I'm not going to use it on the first or second boss. I always forget about that. It's not like so cut and dry. It's not like you don't do the Underspire at all or you just do the whole thing. Sometimes people are doing just the free fights. Like you get free torches, you get free lanterns. Like you might as well go to the second boss and get some writs and some vault keys and stuff or whatever they give you for free. You don't have to spend any gems. If you're gonna do the entire Underspire, you do have to spend gems. It's like 150 gems a day for 5 days. It's not even like that much. It's like 750 gems to go all the way. But you could just do your free torches and collect your free lantern, and then in the future you'll use your lantern. And that's what was happening with me. I was using free torches, getting my free lantern, and then I wasn't using the lantern because I was only going to the second boss or the fourth boss or something, so yeah. That's how I got extra lanterns. I don't buy anything in this game, I'm totally free to play, so definitely didn't buy something. Where does it show that? I always forget, because, I always forget. Is it the shop? There we are. Yeah, I never buy anything, or else that would say something. Good question, though. No problem, Fotis. You always watch my videos, but due to work, I usually watch them after the live ends. Yeah, and Tyrion was the one who told me whether or not I'm gonna even do like any dragons, I should go get my free lantern. It was like the last new account playthrough I did. He's like, why aren't you like grabbing your free lantern at least? I'm like, oh well, I'm not doing the Underspire yet. I'm a new player. I'm on a new account. I'm still like doing City of Thieves 3 times a day and like opening the game up and stuff like that. I have to do tutorials and quests still. And he's like, well, you can at least go grab your free lantern even if you're not gonna do it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's smart. So I started doing that. Glorfindel, how's it going? You're still alive and kicking? Hell nah. Can't get rid of you that easy, bruh. How's it going, man? What'd you say happened? You had a medical issue? I don't know if you wanted me to say exactly what, but you got sick for a minute? I hope you're doing better now, man. I think a couple of y'all, I think Mark had the same thing happen, right? You guys have something in common there. Glorfindel and Mark. You're super awesome sinners and something else. Alright, let's do this class event since you guys are awesome. We got Orb Weaver. We already did Guild Wars. My team worked awesome. We went 5-0. We got a set. I had 4 troops at the end of every fight. There was only like 1 or 2 fights where I was even worried at all. We pretty much crushed it, which is always fun on. I love crushing Guild Wars or pure Faction 500 on stream. It's like my favorite thing to do. Alright, let's see if we can figure something out here for this class event. Remember, it's still worth it. I think faction events are better, and people don't do those. So I could imagine people not doing the class event. Because if you're not even going to do the faction event, why would you do the class event? But I still think they're both worth doing. Class event a little bit less than faction events, but still get 25 gems for very little amount of work. Alright, so we got Zalkari Elves as our restriction. I'm thinking Weaver, maybe Ruby Weapon. Be a good combo. I like that combo. They use different colors. Isn't that nice? Now we gotta get them up. Got Malcandessa, maybe. We got Spider Throne. We got Tiri. Deep Huntsman's okay. I think I'd go with like... I think I want to go with like maybe Tiri. Still put that in first slot. Now Weaver's only catching yellow, but it's fine. And then maybe an Empowered Converter. Spider Throne would be purple. Malcandessa would be green. Doesn't really matter. Let's do Spider Throne. And we will, for my class, brown to purple. Might do Titan, just turn that to purple. See if that works. I don't know. 50% start. Banner, we got not a lot in common, except for lots of green. Let's do green purple. Just get up Tiri. What are we gonna minus though? We got blue, red, brown, purple, green, yellow. Let's just do blue. It's fine. Let's see how this goes. You had a heart attack and a nasty infection. Oh no. Tyrion said I was doing the same with my alt, just nabbing the free lantern to carry over. Man, Tyrion, you're having lots of crashes. Fantastic foreskins are being foreskin. Are you sure? I know. Same here. Sana says I have to go. The game is upsetting me. I keep losing fights. Oh no. That sucks, Sana. Yeah, I get pissed too when that happens, so I feel you. I know exactly how you're feeling, so. Hey, when that happens, just take a break. But thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Go play something more wholesome and go make you a farm or something on whatever, Stardew or some crap. I don't know. Alright, do we have this? Brown to purple. No. Got some yellow. Let's just try to get up our Tiri. Got this now. It wasn't too bad. Just want to get this done as quickly as possible. Just 25 gems. The faster you get it done, the better. The more it's worth. The longer you take, the less it's worth, you know? Purple to brown. Do we have it? No. Might just match. If I don't get the conversion, I might just do that. And then do this. Infinity Kingdom? There you go. That sounds like something that'll make you not as mad. Gems of War does piss you off sometimes. I've been sitting here on stream pissed off before. Just everything goes wrong, and sometimes it's RNG. You're not even, like, playing bad. Sometimes the game just wants to screw you, and it wants to give you bad RNG, so. I won't even feel bad about it sometimes. Can't win. They're just trying to screw you. Let's do this. Oh, whoops. Select a gem. Whatever. Just get up the ruby weapon. Class event. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do Guild Wars again. We'll see, was it a fluke? Or is the Succubus Queen actually good? When's is Tacit gonna, is he streaming today? Cause I might watch. I haven't watched a stream in a while. Not for any like reason, just because. But I might watch Guild Wars. I'm kind of like Mark. I like to watch when it's something like that. I don't want to see him like blowing stuff away with Chrysantherax over and over and over and over. I want to see him tested against like in Guild Wars. I want to see Tacit versus. Here he could actually maybe lose, and he has to play good, you know. So if you guys are gonna be there, I might be there too. Okay, cool. So he'll probably be on tonight. What up, John Heflin? He usually streams like 8, right? I know no one else out there in the entire world is like telling people when I stream, but I'm kind of curious as to watch him do his fights and what team he's using and how it goes and all that. I know other people tell people when I stream, but I don't think any other streamer out there is telling anybody when I stream, trying to help me out. I am a little bit of an a-hole sometimes, though, so why would they? Alright. Tiri? Just do a color that the ruby weapon uses, so blue, red, or brown. We got 11 red. Alright. So I'll finish this up, and that'll probably be it for today. It is an extra stream. And I was only going to go like an hour and just do Guild Wars, and we're already over that. But I'm streaming tomorrow and the next day, so I'll be back. Got this, which gave us Tiri. We can cast Tiri on something, or just do this. Might be like a team that's slightly faster, but this is what I came up with. Tiri and Spider Throne to get up Ruby Weapon, Arachian Weaver. So that gets up Tiri, right? And then you do this on like red. Gets up your Ruby Weapon. Then you cast that and win. That's the idea. Arachnian Weaver there for backup, covering yellow, also doing true damage, exploding. You know, in my Underspire, I was using my mid-level team. Maybe I'll show that before I go too, because I switched my team. Just a little bit. Like, I'm not using my high-level team. I don't know why I've been doing that recently. I'm using my mid-level teams. Doing Web Spinner or Arachnian Weaver now, though. Kind of a combination of the two. The high and the... I think I used Arachnian Weaver on my high level, did I? If I didn't, though, I'm doing Web Spinner or Arachnian Weaver now. In Underspire. I like Web Spinner because he does the lethal toxin, and early he's going to kill them all with his spell, and late he's going to smash them in the face with skulls, and... I never get to use Web Spinner, so I'm kind of forcing it. And it's a good troop. It's a good one to force. We got blue. Come on. Whoops. Oh well. Let's pick a color that Ruby Weapon uses. 7 Central, so yeah, 8 my time. Hey, is Sana your guild leader, John? The purple doomed weapon that creates purple gems, Seeker, and another purple elf would be good. For this? Yeah, maybe. Just ever since Seeker got freaking nerfed into the ground, I kind of boycott it. Don't really use it. It's not as good as it used to be, you know? I think Ruby Weapon... I go Ruby Weapon pretty much every class event. Get up Ruby Weapon, cast it, win. It like one-shots the whole thing. Seeker would do single target damage. I would use her though. If she was still like as loopy as she used to be, I would definitely use her. I used to use her all the time. Okay. Just take a little brown. Then we'll take another little brown. Foreskin. Oh, of course. Of course they had to drain it. Drained my pickle. Tickle my pickle. And they keep draining me. It's annoying. Try to drain this, punk. Try to drain this now here, there, this here, punk. That there. Yeehaw. Ride 'em, cowboy. You should get enough Val Ravens to get the 25 gems. I don't think I think maybe like one time ever that didn't happen. And I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know why it happened. Yeah, Ruby Weapon's really good for class events and bounty. And I pretty much use it like for a lot of stuff. World event. I remember when you guys remember when I didn't have it? Because Ruby Weapon was a pay weapon at first. That sucked. I couldn't imagine being a person without it now. There's people out there though, because people start playing the game every day, and you have to craft certain weapons, and you have to wait. Well, I always do a high, mid, and low. I'm not going to do it for this. This is like... I don't even do the class event anymore, so... Just that I'm doing it at all is kind of extra. Come on. Okay. Man, I'm so happy I went 5-0 in that Guild Wars. I was worried about it for sure. There was a couple tough fights, and that was a top 20 guild. Like that Zul'Goth killing our Succubus Queen. That was tough. Got Tiri. We got this, though. And blue. And we're up. And they're down. You had a stinker of a first day. I could only defeat the gate. Oh no. What were you using? Like, what was your team? It's difficult, for real. Because Blighted Lands is like not a good kingdom, right? And then there's only like so many troops that are good there. And if you're missing, I couldn't imagine, dude. There's not that many weapons. Like Yoke asked what to use if you don't have Gatekeeper. I don't know, dude. Like Fiendfire? I don't know. At first I was like, get it in the Soul Forge, but I forgot that it's a Zal'Kari week. It's not a Blighted Lands week, so you can't get it in the Soul Forge. The only lesson that I could get out of all that is like get the explodey weapons when you can, because if you're missing Gatekeeper, that sucks for Guild Wars. Take the L as a lesson, not a loss, you know. Maybe that'll spur you along to get the explodey weapons from now on. Some people just probably weren't even playing when that weapon came out. It's not even your fault. Or you just didn't have the jewels, or... Yeah, it's a tough Guild Wars for some people out there, man. I couldn't imagine not having, at least the weapon. Then you might not even have a Succubus Queen.
Mana surge.
Guessing if you don't have Succubus Queen, I'm just hoping you have a Mortal Pharnax then, you know? I don't know. Archdukey would be the only other thing I could think of using. I wonder if anybody else out there is using Succubus Queen. Like, that's streaming and stuff. I almost hope not. I can be the only one. We got Red. It's cool to have a bunch of different teams out there, right? You don't want everybody using the same thing, because what if you don't have a Mortal Pharnax? Or what if you don't have a Succubus Queen? Then you got somebody else to use, and you have another option. So I almost hope nobody's... I hope like Tacit's doing a different team, and other people are doing different teams, so you guys have more options. But I know mine works. At least so far. And every Guild Wars so far, like all my Guild Wars teams, I've gone 5-0, except for the very first one. I can't remember what happened on that very first one, but other than the very first Guild Wars, I've gone 5-0 and got sets like every time. So my teams have been good so far. Like the World Breaker one, I was so anti-World Breaker that time. I did Centurigon, that weapon that, it's like the, it's one of the dragon weapons or something. And that worked for me. It worked good. We won. Went 5-0. It's kind of... I like thinking outside of the box. Kind of almost hope somebody uses somebody else's team and then they lose, and then they, you know, they see the light and then they start watching my streams. Start using my teams. You used that person's team and you lost, so maybe try using mine. Maybe start watching me. But there's our 25 gems, however long that took. You know, when I normally... Ooh, got a metal offer. I'm going to buy that. Oh, what else did I say I would do? Oh, yeah, Underspire. Because I changed my team a little bit. So, I've killed 3 dragons. I'm looking for the 4th door. So I'm going highest level. And I'm doing Web Spinner, Watcher's Blade, Arachnian Weaver, Malcondessa. I've changed my team up a little bit. Let's run like one fight with it. Get my torches, because I'm going all the way to the 7th boss. You did Immortal, Fiendfire, Infernal King, Lamash too? That sounds alright. That's probably what I would have done too. The only thing I could think... Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to do, man? So Daniel used Immortal Fernax, Fiendfire, Infernal King, Lamashtu, and lost by 4,000 team points. Oh no. Well, hopefully you do better tomorrow. Maybe try my team tomorrow, Daniel. If you have Succubus Queen. It's got a lot of summoning. Like, it's like slightly slow, but I don't think anything's going to be fast. Like, the only way you can be fast in this restriction is if you, like, get lucky and get your empowered converters to have alignment. Which is going to be like everybody's going to have that problem no matter what team you're doing. Web spinner's up. Cast it, cast it, cast it, win. So that's what I'm using now. I think I was using like Deep Magus because when I do my videos, I want to make a high level team and a mid level team. So when I was using Web Spinner, I was not allowed to use a Mythic. So I kind of mixed the teams together now. Because I wanted to use Web Spinner, basically. I never get to use it, and it's awesome. Alright, any more questions? Any more statements? Tyrion says, I bought a 500 gem Anu daily offer the other day. It's called a deal, just expensive. Buying the full metal from merchant is 3 times 180 or 540 gems. Oh, you don't have Gatekeeper, the Succubus Queen? Dang. I hate to see that, because like other people were saying that too. Like, Yoke doesn't have Gatekeeper. Just get those explodey weapons from now on is all I can say, you know? Like, I get it, and it's probably nothing you did wrong. I'm not saying... Remember, talking about strangers here, not specific people, but... Sucks you don't have it. Hopefully next time... Yeah, like this... Make sure you get the explodey weapon here, and do your dungeon every day. Like, work from the problem backwards. Like, I don't have Gatekeeper, so what does that mean? That means I didn't craft Gatekeeper when it was in the Soul Forge. Why did I not craft Gatekeeper when it was in the Soul Forge? Maybe you didn't have enough jewels. Why do I not have enough jewels? I don't know. Think about, what are you spending jewels on? Do you really need to be spending them on whatever you're spending them on? Or maybe you're not doing enough Vault Event, or maybe you're not doing enough Dungeon, or kind of work the problem backwards. I don't have Succubus Queen. Why do I not have Succubus Queen? She was a new mythic, like, kind of recently. Did I spend a bunch of keys on another stinky mythic, and now I didn't have enough keys to get Succubus Queen? Like, work the problem backwards. Like, figure out why are we having this problem? Why do I not have Succubus Queen? Why do I not have Gatekeeper? And then figure it out, and, like, just don't let it happen next time is all you can do. But I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and the next day. This was just an extra stream. But I do appreciate all the support and love. Especially from Sana, Wormskull, and Robert. Running out there, getting it started. You guys did what you do. You definitely ran out there, propped open the hood, checked the oil, shook the whole train to see if there was coolant, kicked the tires, welded on the fart can, put on the spoiler, put a sticker on the side, revved it up at 5 a.m. because it's a piece of junk and it won't start otherwise, so we have to rev it up, annoy the neighbors because it's a piece of junk, piece of shit, and we have to rev it up in our parking spot and wake everybody up in the neighborhood because it's a piece of shit. And then we put down the pimp juice, did a burnout, headed to the gas station, slid it in sideways for sure today. So we at least did all that. Thank you so much. You haven't got Gatekeeper. You need Blighted Lands to come around so you can get the ruby weapon. Yeah, that too, huh? Alright, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for keeping me company while I was super anxious and worried about my team. And then, hey, we went 5-0. We did really good. Infernal King, Gatekeeper, Succubus Queen, Lamashtu. Elementalist. Let's go. Make sure you have the conversions before you cast. Use that Succubus Queen to take out the biggest threat on the enemy team. You have all kinds of summoning power. It's just the only thing wrong with it is it's a little bit of a slow start, so use an Anu metal. Hope you have that Lamashtu at the start of the fight. If you don't, try to get up your weapon. That'd be the next best thing to do. Take brown, take yellow. Get up that weapon. I mean, everything's going to be slow. Immortal Phernax cost 1 billion mana. It has the same problems as my team would have. You know, Archdukey, the same thing. Like, nothing's going to have, like, a super fast start with this restriction. So, that's the only problem with my team. So, the only problem with my team is the same problem every other team's going to have. Alright, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. Mark Nugent, Daniel Lucas, MJK Jets, Tyrion Shark, John Heflin. We got Sana, Lady Alfield, Glorfindel back in action. Can't get rid of him that easy. Stronger than ever. Got Fotis today. Fotis in the house. Hunter's back. Hunters is back. I remember when you like stopped playing the game, Hunters. Now you're back. That's awesome. Love to see it. Perro was here today. Perro. Wormskull was here and dropped a 10. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Heart that. Heart it. Everybody hit a thumbs up on Wormskulls there. Let's see how many we can get it to before I'm out of here. My mic's about to die too. I don't know. Am I still on? Anyway. Hopefully my mic's still on. It's telling me it's gonna die. MJK Jets, Hunters, Robert. Thank you so much, Robert, for the 5. Legend, oh yeah. And we had Sana with the Gifted. Went to Dave T. Thank you so much, Sana. Legend, oh yeah. Rockhound Grandma was here today. We got Tyrion, we got Mark, we got Sana. JM Ricks. And Rain was first, Sana was second. JM Ricks was third. Let's see who won the YouTube contest. The top fans YouTube contest. Number 1 was Wormskull with 500 experience. Number 2 was Robert with 275 experience. And there was a tie for third. It was Mark, Tyrion, and Sana tied for third with 150 experience. Shout out to those top fans, it says. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same thing pretty much. Guild Wars. Hopefully we can go 5-0 again and get some more sets. And good luck to you. I hope every single one of y'all go 5-0 as well. Thanks for joining me. I know you could be anywhere else, and I truly appreciate it. Peace out.